Welcome to the Ingles table today. I'm Deborah Adams and I'm going to show you how to make a delicious chicken with garlic cream. This wonderful dish is going to be practical for any time of the year. Now let's begin. We start with 4 chicken thighs, bone in, skin on, and we're going to season those with salt and pepper on both sides. We like to use the bone in, skin on because that's a little more flavor in the chicken, and it also takes a little longer to cook. And with this recipe, we're going to cook it for a while because we are going to have almost 40 cloves of garlic. So we want that garlic to cook down to be soft and sweet and tender. So that helps the flavor bake into the entire dish. A little more pepper. And we're going to have our eye on high to warm up the oil, and we're going to use about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You can also use butter in this, but butter tends to sometimes brown up too fast, and we don't want that to happen. So let me get this oil heated up, and we're going to put the chicken right in the pan. Okay, I'm using a cast iron skillet because I'm going to put this dish in the oven after we get the chicken browned. So I have it on smoking hot, and we're going to add these skin side down to start with and get them really brown. Whoops. I'm using thighs, but you actually can use bone-in chicken breasts are really good with this as well. You might want to cut those in half, just crack that center bone and make 2 pieces of chicken because that won't all cook at the same time if you don't. Now we're going to get this browned and we're going to flip it over. Okay, it looks like our chicken is nice and browned on both sides, so I'm going to remove that from the skillet and turn the heat down. We're going to let this sit aside for a few minutes while we brown our garlic. Now let's scrape up all of these good flavorful bits from the bottom of the skillet. Turn the heat down. And we're going to add, I don't know how many cloves of garlic this is, but I found something very exciting at Ingles. You can buy your garlic already peeled, which makes so much time saver. So we're going to put the garlic cloves into the skillet. And we're going to constantly stir these until they begin to brown. We want them just lightly browned all over. If chicken with 40 cloves of garlic sounds familiar to you, that is an original Julia Child recipe that was in her Art of French Cooking book, the first volume. And she found out in France that if you cook garlic slow and long enough, it turns out just so sweet and delicious. In France, when they cook this dish, a lot of times they'll have a French baguette and they'll pull some of the garlic out of the chicken dish and just squish it onto the bread. It's better than butter. So we're going to let these get brown, probably about 5 minutes, and I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, our garlic has been in this skillet for 3 to 5 minutes. It's lightly browned. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit, and we are going to remove the garlic from the skillet. And I have a spoon here somewhere. You don't have to worry about draining these. We're just trying to get them out of the skillet. Because we are going to pour off some of the excess oil that's left in the skillet, because this is what our sauce is going to be made from, and we don't want it too oily. We want it more creamy. So let's get that done. And I'm going to Put the excess oil right here. You do want to leave the brown parts from the chicken in the skillet, however. Okay, we're going to turn this back up. And we're going to start our cooking sauce here with the brown bits from the chicken, a little bit of the oil, and 1 cup of chicken broth. Now when you get your brown bits off the bottom of the skillet, we're going to put the chicken back in, add the garlic back. Okay, you're not trying to do anything to thicken the broth right now. You're just trying to get the brown bits up. Okay, we're ready to put our chicken back in the skillet. I like to leave the skin side up because it's going in the oven and your skin side will stay crispy while it's cooking. Okay, now add your garlic back. And we are going to pop this into the oven uncovered for about 35 to 40 minutes. And we will put it in there and we'll be right back. All right, our chicken has come out of the oven. It's all nice and brown. Our garlic is beautifully cooked to perfection, soft and sweet. I'm going to remove the chicken from the pan and set it aside. Now you can serve it on a plate like this, which is what I intend to do, or you can serve it in individual dishes. Now I'm going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of crème fraiche. Now I made this myself. I made it a quick way. I use 1/2 cup of heavy cream and 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Stir it up and let it sit for an hour and you have beautiful crème fraiche. So we'll add that to the skillet. Stir. Add 1 more. As you see, the sauce is becoming creamy. And some people like to use flour and milk to make a bechamel type sauce, but this is even creamier and more delicious. So there we have it. You can pour your cream sauce into like a gravy boat, or you can put it over top of the chicken, but we're going to do this right now. And let me get some of the garlic out. And we'll put a little over the chicken just to give you an idea of what it looks like if you want to serve it that way. There we go. Chicken with garlic cream sauce. And that's it. I want to thank you so much for joining me here at Ingles Table. Make sure and explore the rest of the site for great tips, tricks, and recipes. I'll see you next time.